leaders in God's unfolding season. I've just come in here briefly. I have noticed that Kenyans are celebrating because now tumetolewa these punitive taxes that had been proposed by the Ruto government. I want to urge us to be a bit more cautious. You see, I'm not a financial expert, but the simple logic of this finance bill and the budget process is that the government proposes projects that it will engage in the next financial year. Yeah, in our case, in 2025. And there's different expenditures in there. There's recurrent expenditure like salaries, like operational costs, fuel for vehicles, things like that, money that is used regularly to buy, medication for government hospitals. All those are recurrent costs. Then there is the developmental budget. Yeah, and finally, also there is the repayment of debt that the government has borrowed. That I think is the basics of this finance bill and the budget and all that. Now, these taxes that were punitive, and don't get me wrong, I am also happy that they have been removed, that our politicians have had. But you think about it, yeah? Are we proposing as Kenyans that President Ruto and his team of experts were so I don't know what word to, let's just, for lack of a better word, that they were so foolish to propose such outrageous measures in the finance bill? Is that what we are proposing? Personally, I don't think they are. Yeah, I don't think if there is anyone who's foolish, ni sisi tunajiweka in that category, and me being one of them in the lead. Yeah, so I'm not trying to insult anybody. You see, could this have been and I'm not proposing this as one of those theories to just extend this conversation. Just give it some consideration. We get an outrageous proposal for a finance bill, yeah, for the budget, and how they are going to raise money through overtaxing everything, even our industry. They want to tax sanitary towels and babies' diapers. They want to tax cooking oil. If you think about it carefully, do you think our current government would be this foolish, that they would be this unaware? Personally, I don't think so. I think this strategy is deeper than that. Yeah, they possibly knew would be up in arms like this, and then they would come and remove those proposals, or alternatively, somebody would be raised in parliament to debate and pursuant to that debate, then remove the proposals, if as citizens don't rise up in arms, as we have done successfully right now. You see, the taxes, my small understanding is that those taxes were to be used to raise money to fund the government's plan for 2025. Yeah, the one that I've just explained: recurrent costs, paying debt, development, or budget for the country, build roads, build schools, etc. Now that those taxes zimesimamishwa, ask yourself, so where will the Ruto government get money to replace that which was expected to have been generated from the taxes? Yeah, that's a very serious question. Personally, just looking at the track record, even the last year, I've been listening to analysts, on TV and on social media, and these are it's free for its public consumption. This government, in its first year of operation, borrowed 1.7 trillion shillings, And most of it illegally, because there is no financial bill, act of parliament that allowed them to do so. Yeah, and a lot of that borrowing went to pay debt, which again is also illegal according to the laws of this country. Now, if a government could do that in its first year, what you know, they possibly would not just go and do what they did last year. Yeah, because then again would rise up in arms to say they must leave. Yeah, so this year what do? They come up with crazy tax proposals. People go up in arms, they are removed. Then the government comes and tells us, which is, I suspect, what they will say, to cover the deficit, the loopholes that were created by removing those tax proposals, they will now need to go and borrow again. Based on their track record, I think we will be in for a shocker of borrowing. Yeah, but we tafakari hayo. I don't know, pengine ndio zilikuwa zimeendewa hata US juzi. Yeah, sijui. Tafakari hayo, wacha tukutane hiyo round ingine. Until then, keep praying. God bless you.